A story that goes back many years ago, in the early 30s, in fact. A fellow was born in the state of Texas, but at a young age, about 2 years old, his family moved across Red River into Oklahoma. And this fellow grew up down in southeastern Oklahoma. And his ambition in life was to be a telegrapher on the railroad, a telegraph operator, if you will. And so when he finished high school, he went to work for the Frisco Railroad and worked at several depots, several locations in the state of Oklahoma. Ended up in the little town of Chelsea, northeast of Tulsa. Working there one night in the depot, in walked a fellow from the nearby town of Claremore. The fellow came in to send a telegram, and he noticed a guitar leaning in the corner. And he asked the young telegrapher if he played the guitar and sang, and the fellow said, "Oh, a little bit, but I don't sing for the public." Claremore visitor said, "Well, isn't it the policy of the railroad to please your customers?" "Yes, sir." "Well, I'm a customer, and I'd like to hear you sing." So the young telegraph operator picked up the guitar, sang a couple of songs. And the Claremore fellow said to him, "Young man, I think you're in the wrong business." He said, "I would suggest and recommend that you consider a career in the entertainment field, particularly radio and recordings." And, of course, that was before television days. Well, the young telegrapher took the advice of the Claremore fellow. He started on radio station KVOO in Tulsa as Oklahoma's yodeling cowboy. From there he went to Chicago to the National Barn Dance, the nationwide CBS radio program that originated from radio station WLS, owned by Sears and Roebuck. Those call letters, WLS, stood for the world's largest store. And this cowboy sold a lot of phonograph records through the Sears and Roebuck catalog. From there he went on to Hollywood, where he would eventually appear in 93 motion pictures. And we're glad he did. For you see, there in that depot in Chelsea, Oklahoma that night, the Claremore visitor was Will Rogers, and the young telegrapher was America's favorite singing cowboy, Gene Autry. I'm back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on the lowly Jimson weed. I'm back in the saddle again, riding the range once more, toting my old 44, where you sleep out every night and the only law is right. Back in the saddle again, whoopee-tie-I-oh, rocking to and fro. Back in the saddle again, whoopee-tie-I go my way. Back in the saddle again. And for those that are not familiar with Mr. Autry's career, just 2 or 3 things that you might be interested in. You see, the practice of giving a gold record to a recording artist when they sell 500,000 or 1 million records. In those days it was 1 million. That practice was started with Gene Autry's record company, and he received the first gold record in the recording industry of any kind of music. Mr. Autry also has the distinction of having the number 2 all-time selling phonograph record. And it's a Christmas song. Yes, you guessed it, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Sells every year. And what's number 1? Well, of course, it's Bing Crosby's White Christmas. Gene Autry is also the only entertainer in America of any form of entertainment to have 5 stars in the Hollywood Walk of Fame for radio and recordings, movies and television, and live performances. The only one with 5 stars in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We're very proud of Mr. Autry. We love the work that he's done through the years. And he's a special person to all of us who love cowboy music.